Hello, and welcome back. Last episode we learned about dailies, which is totally up to you if you want to participate in that. There is no way I am going to get locked in to feeling that I have to do them every single time that I play. But that's one thing that's great about this game. It gives you so many different options and things to do. You do not have to do them all. And the way that I play the game is more role play, so I do not feel the need to do anything at all. I may just sit on the dock one day and fish. But today, speaking of fishing, we're not going to do that, but we are going to get introduced to crafting and crafting certification. Initially, we need to pick up tailoring, I believe it's called. Let's go here. You can see the scissors. See what we've got going on. So, clothing. What we first need to do is check our refinement. Each of the crafting classes uses different raw materials, and you can't use them when they're raw. So we need to go through our list and see we don't have enough rawhide or leather to do any refinement, but we did manage to pick up enough dwemer scraps. You need 10 of those to make a frame, which is used in making dwemer equipment. Not sure how we do that. To be honest, I am not an expert in crafting, so we're going to go ahead and refine because the system is the same. So if we choose this and then click refine, you can see it has placed it, I believe, in our bags, and we can use this material now if we had the patterns and such. So that's all we want to do with that. Next we want to move across and see if there's anything we want to tear down and save the parts of. We want to come over here and look in our inventory. So I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct this helmet. So I want to highlight it, and you can see at the bottom it says deconstruct. We're going to do that. I may not get any items because I don't have any skill in clothing right now, but we're going to go ahead and see if we get anything. We did. Now these are light as well, so we're going to go ahead and deconstruct those. Alright, so we have no leather items. Next, we want to go to creation. And this is where we use different styles. Now that particular item that we got off of that piece of equipment was a style item. I have other characters, like I've mentioned before, and I've played this game off and on, so I know a little bit about crafting, and I've collected a few things. We've got to figure out what we want to make. Now, we want to do leather, so let's go to the leather section here. I think that's light. Shoulders, belt. Okay, now we're getting into the leather section here, which is what we want. And what I'd like to do is go ahead and replace her belt. So we're going to find the belts. There. Now we can choose what material. I have rawhide at level 1, that's our only option. And you use rawhide for levels 1 to 14. I have quite a few of those, and it takes 6 to make this belt. Now the style will just do the looks. And we have a lot of obsidian, so we can obviously use that. And we're not going to be able to upgrade. We do not have any traits available at this time. We're only going to make one, and it's going to make a belt with armor of 547 of level 4. So let's go ahead and craft that. And we're also going to do the same with shoulders. We do not have any shoulders. So we're going to do the same there. And I believe that's the only two pieces oh no, yeah, those are the only pieces we were missing. So that's all we're going to do there. Next we're going to move on to research. I don't know if I have anything to research just yet. What I'm going to do is exit and put on our new stuff. Okay. If we come over here to research, you can see we haven't researched anything. We do not have anything currently to research, and I don't know if any of our items here. As you collect different things, sometimes they have traits on them, and this was one of our old belts we just took off. Currently has the trait of infused, which increases this item's armor enchantment effect. So what we're going to do is research that. So we're going to click the R, and this is the light piece that we had. So we're going to go ahead and research. You always want to research things if possible, because down the road you're going to really be happy that you did. It is just another way to upgrade your gear. Even though we don't plan on using light items, I still want to research everything that I can. So we're going to go ahead and click on that and research the trait. And that's going to take some time, and you can only do one item at a time. Now the next thing that I'd like to do is come over to improvement. Now I'm not sure we're going to be able to do anything here, but it will bring up a list of all the items that can be improved. Now down here are your upgrading ingredients that you need. Now you can purchase these, very expensive, or you can just get them from breaking down items in your deconstruction phase. I tend to like to wait until I get them and not spend money on them. Now, the only thing we could possibly do would be this first one under normal. And we can upgrade, say we take our shoulder pads, and currently they're at 1277. If we upgrade them, we go up to 1340. Now, when you upgrade, there's a chance that you will lose the ingredients and the item. So you have to be careful. And we only have 4. So we have to take down our options, and brings us to 80%. So we have a chance of losing this item. Now if we do, what I'm going to do is just create another shoulders. Let's give it a try. So now we will go to improve, and it'll tell you that you may lose the items. So we shall see. We did it. So you can see now that this is green, it has a higher level, and we can add different enchantments to it now, which is a crafting thing that I do want to get into. So we're not going to be able to upgrade anything else at this time. Now once you go down to things that are already green, you need this superior substance. So that is everything I think we're going to do right now. I don't know if we even have any patterns. We do not. Patterns are things for making items for your home. So that's all we can do at the clothing station. The other thing that I did want to show you today is once you've picked up a crafting profession, and you understand how to craft, you can come over here to this board. So let's read the fine print. Unskilled crafters will be certified after brief training. Skilled crafters will be certified immediately. The masters shall charge no fee for certification. It is mandatory if you want to do crafting writs. Crafting writs are fast and fun. Let's continue reading. Interested parties should seek out Millineth for blacksmith, clothier, and woodworker certification. Speak to somebody named Daniel for provisioner, enchanter, and alchemist. We are going to seek out Millineth. We have no need as of yet to speak to the other guy. If we check our map, this is where we want to go, which is... looks like it's right up over there. Oh, that's nice. There she is. Hello, Millineth.
You here for crafting certification? Don't worry, there's no cost involved. Your alliance covers all my fees. Once you're certified, they'll let you fulfill the crafting writs. Everyone wins.
Yes, I am here for certification. I saw the notice. So, how do they work, these writs?
They're daily requests for crafted goods, but they're only available to certified crafters. If you can show me you know your craft, I'll get you certified.
Fantastic. Okay.
I can train and certify blacksmiths, clothiers, and woodworkers. If that sounds like something you'd want, we can get started.
I am ready.
Excellent. Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
I'd like to know more about clothier.
If you convince me you know how to use a needle and thread, I'll certify you. However, you must commit. I can't certify two things at once.
Yes, just a clothier for now.
Show me you can craft a pair of homespun gloves. First, you'll collect some raw jute, then return here and refine it. Finally, you'll use refined jute to make the gloves. I spotted some raw jute growing on the outskirts of town. You might as well harvest it yourself. Should that not be enough, you'll have to search elsewhere.
Okay, I'll come back with the jute. We've got 7 out of 10 jute already.
Only the finest merchandise.
So it shouldn't take us too long. So we got to get to the outside of the city. Okay, I want to leave. I think we can get outside from here. Yes. Okay, let's get outside the city. I can see some jute over this way. At least it's telling me there's some there. We shall see. There we go. So how much do we have now? I must have picked up 3. Oh, I picked a 4. Okay. So you can pick up more than one. Let's get on back to Milaneth. Alright, now we don't have to go all the way back to inside the building. Milaneth has moved, and now she's here, so let's speak with her. I got the jute.
Search grassy areas in the wilderness for raw jute. You should find enough if you look around.
Here, I have some.
Raw jute is plentiful if you know where to look. Just don't chew on it. It can really do a number on your... Well, just don't chew on it.
Alright, goodbye. I need to refine it first, right? Or am I carrying refined jute? I must have some already done.
Head to the clothing station and craft a pair of homespun gloves. You shouldn't need much refined jute. Don't forget the style material. You can purchase them from any clothier or scavenge them yourself.
How would I make leather gloves?
You mean half-hide braces? It's a similar process. Skin animals for leather scraps, refine scraps into rawhide, and craft the braces with a style material. But I'm not supposed to say you should kill and skin a pack of wolves. Let's stick to jute.
Well, let's go ahead and make our gloves. The station was over here. And it'll tell us here on the left when we have a quest. So we want to come over here to creation, pick our gloves, homespun gloves, there, and we don't have anything else but jute. We have a lot of obsidian. We don't have a trait that we could put on them. Okay, let's craft. Alright. Now we go back to Milaneth.
Craft a pair of homespun gloves. You'll need refined jute and a style material. Clothiers sell those if you can't find any yourself.
I have the gloves right here.
You know, I'm a master clothier, yet I still own a pair of homespun gloves. They keep my hands warm at night. Sometimes simple is better.
Yes, I agree. I'm ready for the next step.
Wonderful. Now for deconstruction. There's much to learn from breaking down your own work, even more so with someone else's creation. Head to a clothing station and deconstruct your gloves. Or anything else, really. Just be sure you do it there.
Okay, well, we already know how to do that, so... So now we're going to deconstruct our homespun gloves. Okay. Back to Milaneth.
You're more than capable with needle and thread. I'll be proud to call you my colleague.
Well, I am ready to be certified.
Already done. You'll now be able to fulfill clothier crafting writs, and I look forward to seeing more of your work.
So she's going to give us some inspiration, which I'm not sure what that does. I'm guessing it helps us with crafting. And we pick up one of the items we need for upgrading. So let's complete that quest.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Oh, that's all I needed. Thank you. Now, what we want to do is go back to the writ board, and we should be able to pick up a writ for this. So maybe I can show you how this works today. Okay, you notice a handbill, certified crafters, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's look at the clothier writs. Okay, seeking skilled clothiers. The robes or leathers you sew today could make the difference. Carefully examine specific orders as you take them from the board. All right. So, do we have one? Yes, we have to make a pair of shoes, hat, and a sash from the homespun, which isn't what we really want to be making, but in any case, I can show you. Let's use this clothing station. And we want to create shoes here. And a hat. And a belt. Okay, now once you complete a clothing writ, you have to turn them in somewhere else. Now, I'm not sure where yet. It's going to be the same place. Does it say on the actual quest? Yeah, we have to go to the Consortium Trade Post, which is over this way. Oh, right here. So if you come over here where all these boxes and crates are, this is probably where you turn in all of your writs, I'm guessing. So let's turn this one in. The crate contains ample space for deliveries and a sheaf of manifest papers. Place the goods within the crate. The consortium set aside a satchel of clothier supplies as a reward, along with a note of thanks. Good work, Master Clothier. Your skill with a needle and thread does you proud. We look forward to dealing with you again, so we'll get some more inspiration and a clothier's satchel, which is going to give us some items that will help us with crafting. Now, as you get higher up, you get better things. But for now, we're going to see what we got. So we are getting an unidentified clothier survey report, an equipment repair kit, a diamond, and some rawhide boots. Well, those aren't an upgrade, but we can deconstruct them for more material because they're intricate. You can see that particular trait on them. Or we can use them for research. So definitely want to take all of that. Now, as far as the survey report, Reaper's March, a rare map indicating a generous cache of raw materials. So if we go to Reaper's March, I don't know where that is just yet. We can get some goodies, so we'll have to save that. And that's all there is to basic crafting. Now, I am going to go ahead and get certified for, as I mentioned before, provisioning, and then the enchanting, I think it's called. And then I'll be ready to go next time. And yeah, well, thank you for joining me today, everybody. Please leave a like and subscribe. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye now.